Hi, my name is Kirsten Bray, and I am a graduate research assistant at DePaul's Equity and Health Innovations Design Research Lab. Over the past year, I have been working with Dr. Christina and Harrington and a wonderful team of researchers to develop a toolkit to help community design practitioners and their collectives engage in participatory design methods and future speculation. Historically, technology and design fields have not always been accessible. The U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission's analysis of 2014 EEO1 data reported that Black employees in the tech and design fields were critically underrepresented in the United States, making up around 7% of the workforce. Researchers such as Oburu et al., Sturm et al., and Winchester have also commented on the need for more diverse engagements in design as a whole. Participatory design methods and probes have helped bridge some of these gaps by exploring complex issues with the communities designs are intended to serve. Our research discusses conversations around race and representation in these methods, as well as the relationships between academic or industry designers and the communities they work with. When employing participatory design methods, researchers in the US have identified barriers tied to race and class. Black and brown designers, underrepresented in these fields, find additional barriers to engaging with design. These can be found in exclusive design terminology, inaccessible methodologies, or even in preconceived notions of who should be leading when generating knowledge. We began our work with the question of how designers and researchers in industry and academia use toolkits to support engagements in design by communities underrepresented in these fields. More specifically, we ask how we might employ a speculative design toolkit to support equity in who gets to design and shift the way Black and brown communities see themselves within the process of speculation and futuring. We assert that Afrofuturism can be used as a valuable framework in participatory speculative practices. Speculative design is a powerful tool that employs the use of future fictional narratives to allow creators to reevaluate social and cultural contexts. Design probes encouraging design methodology, speculation, and critical thinking have supported the work community design practitioners are already doing, combining the strength of design thinking with a desire to tackle complex social and cultural issues. We thus aim to explore the ways that successfully shift the inception of this probing into the hands of the communities they aim to serve. We are now seeing more of a push across media and academic disciplines to engage with Afrofuturism as a lens for counteracting historical marginalization and reframing who shapes the future and who is included in it. Using Winchester's call to employ the Black ethos and Ogburu's critical engagement with race, we explored how designers might use Afrofuturism as a lens in speculative design to reflect on who is seen and represented in design methods. Speculative design allows people to explore design possibilities and solutions to present-day social problems by envisioning alternative futures. Similarly, Afrofuturism is a genre of speculative fiction that intentionally explores futures created by and featuring Pan-African experiences. Because of this, when considering speculative design, we were drawn to Afrofuturism as a lens for encouraging more equitable speculative design. By deliberately examining how race and social contexts shape our present and future, we can explore narratives that acknowledge existing inequity while leveraging the existing strengths within these communities. Our integration of Afrofuturism revolved around the following key tenets: illuminating pasts, cultural competence, defining liberation, counter-storytelling, critical imagination, and equitable futures. Using these elements to guide our work, we formed cards for community designers to use within their collectives when engaging in speculation. The toolkit we developed drew from past research conducted in the lab, working with young adults in Chicago in a series of speculation workshops. The designs participants came up with were documented in a guidebook that helped facilitate the futuring process. The workshops illuminated how cultural identity can play a pivotal role in speculation. Attendees' critical speculative fictions address social concerns and consider the ways that oppressions could be replicated through technology. They also underscored the importance of encouraging flexible design engagements outside of a formal research setting. Therefore, when considering our next steps, we wanted to consider a new medium that could be used by non-designers and designers alike. We chose cards as our medium because they can be made publicly available with open source digital versions, they offer the benefits of in-person engagement, and they can help facilitate collaborative design with others in ways that have a low barrier to entry. We use categories for card decks that reflect these proposed dimensions and incorporate design methods in our Building Utopia toolkit. We created 5 decks: forecasting, topics, liberation, methods, and technology and solutions decks. The forecasting cards frame a timeline for design speculation and encourage groups to think about how we might address past and present injustices to create equitable futures. The topics deck situates community-related topics that are culturally meaningful and focus on both negative challenges and positive areas as well. The liberation deck asks groups to define their own liberation, examining how knowledge can be taken from their own experiences and brought into design. The methods deck features cards with a variety of simple ideation exercises to impart design methods and encourage storytelling. Finally, the technology and solutions deck includes technical and non-technical design solutions that might be used when considering design futures. We also incorporated blank cards so participants would not be limited to our own perceptions of relevant topics, prompts, or methods. We imagined 3 potential use cases for this toolkit. Firstly, we believe denizen designers practicing everyday rather than formalized design may use this toolkit to address concerns that are personal to them and their cultural identity, using an accessible tool designed to generate meaningful ideation. Community design practitioners can also use these cards in workshops and community events to ideate futures with their collectives and generate plans of action geared towards their visions of the future. Finally, design practitioners in industry and academia may use these prompts among themselves to reflect on how design impacts both their own communities and communities they may not identify with. By sharing open resources that recognize and validate knowledge generation and social concerns of marginalized populations, designers can foster collaborative relationships with communities and share knowledge with people who are the experts on their own lived experiences. Our work on this toolkit illuminates the method of applying Afrofuturism and speculation as a lens well-positioned to encourage conscious engagement with race, design, and futures thinking. According to Afrofuturist writer Yatasha Wamek, Afrofuturism is an intersection of imagination, technology, the future, and liberation. And so Afrofuturism may help to build a world where all design is as well. Thank you.